All right, so well, thank you all for being there. We know it's like quite unusual, but this year, I mean, we're getting used to discuss and to meet each other online and not really face to face. So I really hope well, everyone's safe and healthy and everything's good for you. So today we'll try to be as interactive as possible. The idea is to present you who is Elixens, what we do, and also, I mean, mainly the way we do what we do. So uh, all the pictures we see are real pictures from our fields, from the plants we grow. So I hope you're really gonna help you traveling if you're not able to travel at the moment. So let's start. Well, the idea of this, so I'm Remy BOVA. I'm in charge of sales for Elixens Group for parts of Europe and Asia. I got together with me André HYVRIER, who is our agricultural engineer, and he'd be there to answer any question that you may have concerning the products. So we'll go through the presentation introduction of our business, and then we go to a second presentation introducing more specifically the region we're in and the region we're investing in terms of crops, the plants we grow, and the extracts that we make. So André HYVRIER, who's the person on the left on the picture, is our agricultural engineer and is here together with me today to ask any questions you may have. So as I told you, we'll wait for the end of this first presentation to ask the questions. So just to give you a broad overview of who we are, so we are a French family-owned business located right in the southeast of France. So well, if you're looking for lavender fields, this is the place. We're mainly doing business in the cosmetics, food, aromatherapy, and also fragrance and flavors industry, producing aromatic raw materials, mainly natural raw materials for those customers. And we're pretty much an international team. We're based, so we've got like most of the people working in France, but we've also got 2 offices, one in the UK, taking care of the United Kingdom and Northern Europe, and an sales office in the US as well, to manage like all the American continent. But all our production is based in the south of France, close to the fields, close to the crop sites and well, extraction sites as well. And what really is important to read the main information is that what we do well, is based of course on organic farming. That's the topic of this exhibition, but in a sustainable way. And I'll tell you why a little bit later. Few key dates. So we started back in 1987 as a distribution company for pharmaceutical and aroma chemicals, and then we moved to the fragrances and flavors throughout the acquisition of a company called Adrian. They had a large expertise over extracts, mainly alcoholic extracts for fragrances and flavors. And then the big move was in 2010 when we acquired, so in the south of France, the laboratory Sanofor. I mean, their extraction unit. So Sanofor is a laboratory, they're making cosmetics, and they had an extraction unit, basically a distillery. And they also used to do organic farming. So we took over this company, I mean this unit, and so we decided to grow and to develop this business. So today we are all centralized, like everything, all the activities based in the Drôme region. So really in the earth of the crops, and that's something that's really important if you want to make high quality natural products. So we're about 50 people. Here you can see on the picture, that's the distillery. So it's pretty much, it's very like, it's an agricultural distillery. It's really tailor-made for like very sensitive products. So we can really like do long distillation periods for like at low temperatures, and I mean doing things in a way that really preserve the inner quality of the products. And most of our sales, like we've got half our sales which are made in the exports. and also inorganic. So we've got conventional also products, but that's not the topic for today. So we're involved from the crops. So we grow the plants, so aromatic plants. So and we then provide through cutting dried herbs. Then we run distillation, so basically hydro distillation. For those of you who don't know, it's basically we put the plants and with water and we boil it, and then you get through, like, there's a condensation process that allows you to get an extract, many extracts indeed. You've got essential oils, you've got floral waters, hydrosols, which are products which are really fast growing in the cosmetics business. And then we run through, from these products, we can also do specific extractions like concretes, absolutes, products which are mainly made for fragrances and flavors. And also some specialty product like rectified and products to which we can remove the allergens, for example. So the idea of the idea is to be able to use the plants and the botanicals entirely. Like, there's no waste, and the little waste that we got, we take it back and we reuse it. So we working basically on like project mode. So we do some agronomic development. We're working on new species. Also with some customers, we're trying to develop new botanicals. That botanicals that have like properties for cosmetics, for food. Also some like compositions, blends of essential oils as well, which are more targeted for aromatherapy and for some laboratories, pharmaceutical laboratories. And so all this is all this production is based on organic farming, of course. It is sustainable, so sourcing is direct, of course, because we're involved in the field, and it's all sustainable certified, and also certified through a label that is called Authentic Province, which is something that's promoting products that grow and are extracted in the south of France. So that's something that's really important, because today we see that customers are really looking for products that have that have a story, and you have to be able to also be traceable throughout the supply chain, the entire supply chain. And that's really a strength that we have. We're able to provide food traceability from the botanical that was used, where it's been grown, harvested, and then extracted. And that's something that really matters a lot today for end users. And well, for food, we've got an ISO 22000 certification pending, so that should be done by March this year. So our two of our activities are located. So we've got a partnership in Sri Lanka. That's an external partnership that we set it up about 2 years ago with a producer taking care of some hydrosols for us and some essential oils like ginger, like sandalwood, citronella. So mainly products that you find in Southeast Asia. It's a fair trade and audited partner that we've got, but the main one is the other one in Provence. So this is really where most of our business is located, and we've got this fair trade long-term agreement with 50 farmers, and I'll tell you more about this in a second presentation. So what do we provide in terms of plant species? Of course, you've got the most common one, lavender, mint, Roman chamomile, also some geranium, for example. Geranium is a plant that is mainly grown around the Mediterranean, for example, in Egypt, but also in the Indian Ocean, like in Madagascar, for example, Reunion Island. And we've been able, for example, to adapt this species to Provence and to specific place where we can extract some hydrosol, for example. Everlasting, that is very well known for its heating and anti-aging properties. But we've got in total more than 36 organic species, which makes us one of the most important producer of organic aromatic plants in France at the moment, and for the production of hydrosols, for example. So now I'll move on to a second presentation, trying to go more in depth into like Provence area where we're located, and what do we do really on the field to improve the crops and to produce sustainable products. If you have any question in the meantime, just feel free to ask it or to write it just on the chat. Pretty good. So where does this all takes place? So as I said, we're in the south of France, same thing, lavender fields, and this is where we are the most committed, I would say, in terms of sourcing and developing new botanicals as well. So what does it mean? We've got an exclusive partnership with a grouping of farmers. This partnership which is sustainable certified. So that means that the farmers produce aromatic plants for us. They're all independent people, but they produce only for us, and we acquire entirely all their production to process it and to produce our extracts. So this is a win-win partnership. And it also allows us to trace the products back to the plant, meaning that for any natural extract that you have, we can say for any single batch, where does the plants that were used to produce this batch were coming from in terms of like what field, who was the producer, the farmer, where was he located, and I mean that's something that is really meaningful today in terms of traceability. And also, it also means that we are able to anticipate and to take into account global needs of our customers and to adapt the production depending on the needs that we have. So that's something that makes us also very flexible. And this is also, again, a point that's important, particularly in these times where everything is uncertain. So you need to be flexible as well, but at the same time to have a long-term vision and long-term partnerships with your suppliers, your producers. So I already said that, but all these organic farming is spread out throughout 3 end products: essential oils, hydrosols, floral waters. Hydrosols and floral waters being the byproduct of essential oils. So when you first produce an essential oil, you will get also hydrosols and floral waters. And then the herbs that we provide, whether it be for plant extracts, for example, we're working with people doing extracts, pharmaceutical extracts, for example, using our plants, but also people making like tea makers, can be very broad. So this partnership started, so Sika Bioplant is the name of the farmer grouping. It started back in 1993, and today it represents 50 farmers throughout almost 300 hectares of land, which is for aromatic plants and 36 species. It can appear quite like small and big at the same time. We've got like the lands where we grow are small, but there are a lot. And this really allows us to work on quality more than quantity. And of course, all this is 100% organic. So what do we provide also to these to the farmers we're working with? We provide some technical support.
Wait a minute, Remy. I don't have the sound anymore. I don't know if it's the same for people assisting to the event too. I can hear you again.
Yes. Okay.
Can you go back to this spot because we didn't hear?
This one?
No, the next one. Just the beginning.
Okay,
it was just a few seconds.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So yeah, as I said, so we're involved with this farmer grouping. We provide them with technical supports. That means that we decide with them we're trying to find new techniques, new growing techniques. We're trying to find new harvesting techniques that doesn't harm like the soil, but also preserve like productivity as well. We provide them with market trends also in order to give them advices about what to grow, and of course, what are the next products that that can be on the market for the years coming. Because it's sustainable, we've got minimum 5 years commitments in the culture. For example, when we've got, for example, some products like mint, for example, it's cultures like 3-year culture. If you're not under a sustainable agreement with a farmer, you can say, okay, the first year I'll take the production, but then the second year, if you don't have the market, you can say, okay, well, I won't take it. Now, for us, it's a win-win agreement, so we commit to take the entire production throughout all the time of the crop and all the life span of the crop. And so we are an active shareholder in this farmer grouping, and we have also with them annual prices discussion to also help them to. The idea is to give them sustainable income throughout all the crops and all the crop lengths. So it's not to say, okay, this year the price is like right there, and next year it's going to be there, and the year after just a little bit further. So what the idea is to find a common agreement on prices as well. Terre d'Horizon. Terre d'Horizon is the agricultural. It's a high school. They provide us with the seeds. They're a nursery for us. So they are the one who develop all the species for us before we provide it to the farmers. And they're also involved in the research of new species. And so they're also part of the farmer grouping. Of course, so all this production, as I told you, is certified. So Cosmecet, organic, fair trade, and it's been 10 years. So we've really got a knowledge on how to grow organically, how to, and also in a sustainable way, and to develop new botanicals. Okay, so yeah, and the farmer grouping has been active since 2009, so it's been almost 12 years now, and it's monitored independently by the label BioPartner, which it's a label that's somehow very common with Fair for Life. I don't know if some of you already work with this label, but they pretty much doing the same job. BioPartner being more present in the Northern Hemisphere and in Europe, whereas Fair for Life has been more focused historically in the Southern Hemisphere. Authentic provenance, I told you already about this a couple of minutes ago. So they certified the location of the product in Provence, and this guarantees that all the products are like the cultures, the harvest, and the extraction are all located within the same area. So products do not move like 2,000 kilometers from where they were grown to be extracted. I'll give you a little example with cauliflower floral water. That's a product that's mainly used in cosmetics. So it's this little very nice blue flower. If you come over around June, July, you see it's beautiful. So how does it work? So here you can see, so that's on the picture, that's dried cornflower that we're picking up. So we've got contractualization. So we, depending on the needs, the global needs that we have, we make a contract throughout all the length of the periods of time, the lifespan of the crop. Then we'll make the seeds, and then we monitor throughout, like during all the crop, we monitor and we are giving advices to the farmers to tell them when to cut in order for us to have the best components inside the product after distillation. So this is also something that's very important, that we set it up a couple of years ago, is to really trying to do some like smaller extraction in the crop during the periods, to really make sure that we cut the plants just at the right time to get the maximum amount of components inside. So then comes the harvest, drying process. and then it's ready to be extracted. So how does the transformation happen? So as I told you, it's mainly distillation, plant distillation throughout like hydro distillation. So it goes through vapor and then it's condensed to get the product. We also run internally for those products, for example, stabilization operations, which means that we do microfiltration. We've got some also preservatives that are Cosmos certified. So for people who want to use it for Cosmos cosmetics, for example, and we run all the quality control internally, and of course we're able to provide what deliveries. So the Drôme, the region in Provence, why is it so? Why are we there? Because historically it's always been a significant rural European area. Also, they're really pioneering organic farming. So it's really a place where we have the knowledge, we have the lands, also that haven't been, polluted by too much pesticides or fertilizers. So we've got a land that's really perfectly fitted for this kind of culture. And also it's also a place where we are able to grow because it's cross climates. We've got Mediterranean influences, we've got continental influences, so that really allows us to grow a wide variety of botanicals, and that's really something that matters to us. And there you can see the distillery located in the mountains, and so it's a little bit remote, but it's perfect for what we do. So thank you very much. If there are any questions, you can either ask it now, or we can answer it right now, or you can also use the chat and we'll answer it later. So thank you very much. Don't hesitate to browse through either our LinkedIn or to browse through our website, elixens.com. You'll find many more information as well, and also complimentary information about the products and about the processes and what we do. So thank you. Well, if you've got any more questions also afterwards, you can still reach out to us through our emails and on Talk as well.
So we are in the fair trade with our farmers, but with our customer, with our client, we could also establish fair trade contracts. That means contract for 3 years, and with these contracts, it's possible to have a real partnership, to visit the farmers, to take photo. Well, it's something that is used by more and more customer in France. And
in Europe, yeah,
and in Europe too. More and more people are interested to see really where the goods come from, and it's something very easy when you have a real partnership.
Having a fair trade agreement with the producers and the farmers is one thing, and then this is something that we're trying also to get our clients involved in such agreements as well, because it really matters a lot also for the farmers to see that they're in the process, and also for customers it's also a way to secure their needs during can be 3, 5, 7 years. And this is something that's really meaningful today when you want to have full traceability, and you want to not to think all the time, am I going to have sufficient amount of products, or how will be the crop? So it's really a way to secure also. And if you have any more questions, just feel free to contact us through Talk, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions.
We wish you a lovely day, and thank you for joining us on this presentation.
Thanks a lot, and have a nice online show. Be careful.
Okay, have a nice fair.